the two of us got together. You know, the teacher there and myself,
And the
and
boys'
our
high.
little groups from the boys' high school and my girls from the girls, we came together and we worked together.
Okay.
So that was nice, and we'd meet at the girls' high school mostly. Yeah. And they did very well. Yeah.
What are some of the most memorable business ideas you remember from the enterprise years? Because a few people became quite successful businessmen after doing that, didn't they?
They did, especially from the high school up here.
In Havelock?
Havelock North High School. I started it also at Iona College. I got them into it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So I think that's probably the most rewarding things I can think about, getting them started running businesses. But I let the fourth formers have a go at running little businesses when I was at Havelock High.
Yeah, I remember doing it in fourth form as well. We sold compost.
Yeah, good.
It'd work, yeah.
Oh, you got your gran to thank for that, because it was me that started them on running little businesses. I sort of wrote it into the programme, because I wrote all the schemes of work.
It's great.
For the different forms.
It's the most exciting subject I've ever did.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, everyone loved it.
Yeah, that's nice.
Got a chance to run your own business and
yeah.
make some real money.
Yeah. Some of them made sweets. In the fourth form I'm talking now. They made sweets and sold those. But in the Young Student Enterprise Company, which was running the senior school, I think one of the most successful things was when a company of boys that I had designed and had made sets of tableware, not napkins, plates, these things. And I've actually got some of those, little coasters. They started off with coasters, but I think after we actually closed down our Young Enterprise Student Company, this two or three of them, Nick Wilson and, I always forget his name, lovely young man. He was, photographer, I think, but he went, can't remember his name. It'll come to me when I'm not thinking. I can see him.
Say it when it comes to you and we'll cut it in.
Blonde boy. Oh, anyway, they kept it going when they went to university. They started up again for themselves, just the two of them, and they kept on selling placemats and coasters. Paid for them to go through university. Amazing.
Who were their customers? Just members of the community, or?
We sold some to the, here's another name I can't remember. The local, I'm sorry, names escape me.
No, it's all right.
But the council, the chairman, what do you call the person that's in charge of the Hastings District Council?
Oh, not the mayor.
The mayor.
Oh, okay.
Who would have been the mayor, I wonder then?
Oh.
I can't remember his name. I can see him.
The only one I know is Lawrence Yule.
Remember that wasn't Lawrence Yule, no, it was before him.
Yeah.
But anyway, they bought them to give to visiting dignitaries.
Oh.
You see, it was something local.
Yeah.
Designed locally as well, you see. And I've got a set of coasters in my cupboard still from then.
Great. We'll get a video of it before we leave.
Yeah.
Put it in.
But that was the most rewarding, I think, of everything. But they did all sorts of things. I think they probably did pens and, packs of paper and pens, and, they were into all sorts of things. I can't remember them all now. There was so much of it. And they they had to come up with a business name for themselves as well. And of course, if I'd known we were going to do this, I'd have made a big effort to remember some of the names. But they were lovely young people that were very committed. You know, once you started a business like this, you had to keep it up and have your meeting every week. And you had to be committed to doing your part, because each member had a job to do. There'd be a managing director, a marketing manager, an accountant, or the financial manager, sales,
communications.
Yes. So someone had to be responsible for a certain area of the business.
I remember that. I was finance director in our little disco company. Yeah.
Good. And you had to keep the records, and then at the end of the year you had to put in a report. Yeah. I've still got one of those out in the garage with my papers. Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
But I think that was one of the most rewarding things of teaching, to see how people grew over the year. And not only that, it gave them confidence. You would have gained confidence, because you know that if you're having to speak with other business people, they're only people like you. They're just a bit older than you are when you're at school, aren't they?
Yeah.
And it just gives you the confidence then to keep on meeting with people and talking with them.
Yeah.
I think it's a wonderful scheme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
But yes, it's not something you can go into lightly. You've got to think, am I going to be committed? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. But not many of them fell away. Yeah. There's something to work towards at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. Cool.
So what else can I tell you? When I actually retired, I wasn't bored, because people snap you up for doing other things. I got roped into teaching in schools, religious instruction. What do they call it? Do they call it?
Yeah, religious education, I think.
That's the one, they call it religious education. So I went into 2 or 3 schools teaching religious education. Unfortunately, some schools have stopped it now.
Yeah.
I think some parents object.
Yeah.
It's a shame. But that's the way of the world, I'm afraid. And some people still have it. Some schools still have it in there. And I mean, the children, if the parents really don't want them to know anything about God, then take them out. They don't have to stay in. But it means the rest of the students don't have the opportunity, which is a shame. What else did I do? I joined Age Concern. Eventually.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
You're helping look after a lot of the other older people, weren't you? No?
No, I'm one of the older people now.
Oh, okay. I always remember you taking people out to help them do their shopping.
I used to do that.
Yeah.
I used to do that before I retired.
Yeah.
I was on the other end of the scale then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Taking people shopping. Yeah. Now I have someone to take me shopping, which is very fortunate. Yeah. What else did I do? Joined Age Concern. I did the teaching. Oh, I did Bible in schools, and I taught Sunday school as well at the chapel.
Okay. Yeah, right.
For a year or 2. I think I did it for 2 years.
At your local chapel? Yeah.
I enjoyed that. Yeah. But the numbers weren't very high. not a lot of children come. And some of the children that went were from Flaxmere, which is way out of our own catchment area, but they came because one of the people that came to the chapel brought them all in his minibus.
Yeah.
Or in the church's minibus. Yeah. Which is it's a real shame that you don't get the children from your own area coming in.
Yeah.